We are heirs to a very large tradition, an ageless civilization that has every kind of variety imaginable, right? A country of 23 languages recognized in the Constitution, a country of 4 major religions founded on the soil and 4 others that have come to our land from elsewhere, a country of 85 recognized political parties, 58 of which are in parliament, a country where there are 300 ways of cooking the potato. And India, in our mind, must be an India that accommodates all of these Indias. This multiplicity, this diversity that our democracy was supposed to enshrine and preserve. So this is the Indian nation of which we must always speak. It's a nation that understands that we can have differences of caste, of creed, of color, of culture, of consonant, of cuisine, of costume and custom, and still rally around a consensus. And that consensus is on the simple principle that in a diverse democracy like ours, you don't really need to agree all the time, so long as you agree on the ground rules of how you will disagree. That is where dissent comes in our democracy. We know what the ground rules are. As Kanaya says, it's the Samvidhan, the Constitution, that we all stand behind. But that Constitution gives us certain rights, and we, all of us, have the right to demand those rights and to ensure they're extended to the weakest sections of our society. You know, now the latest acid test in our country of nationalism is whether we can say Bharat Mata Ki Jai. I'm happy to say it, Bharat Mata Ki Jai. But what does Bharat Mata stand for? And should I oblige everyone to say it? And should it be proof that somehow I who say it am more patriotic than one who chooses not to say it? If 2 Muslim politicians decide that for them Bharat Mata represents a deification, a maternalization like a Hindu goddess, and they're uncomfortable saying it, our Constitution gives them the right to not say it. The fact of our nation's democracy is very simply expressed in that famous line of Voltaire's, I disagree with what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. We are often accused, my senior colleague Rahul Gandhi has been accused, I have been accused of giving aid and comfort to anti-national elements. Right here in JNU. And I must say that some of the slogans reported in the media do trouble me and trouble many good people who are Democrats in our country. However, does this amount to sedition? Is it grounds to arrest 3 students, take them, have thuggish lawyers beat them in the courtroom? What kind of a travesty? What kind of a travesty are we reducing our democracy and our justice system to? The Supreme Court has ruled sufficiently that it is only words that constitute a direct incitement to violence that can be considered sedition. But unfortunately, the Supreme Court says one thing, and the police at various levels, including apparently the Delhi police, do another thing. Now we leave it to the courts to decide what is sedition and what is not sedition. But in the meantime, we in Parliament have an obligation to change the law, and I believe we should stand up for it and amend the Sedition Act. Jawaharlal Nehru, for whom your university is named, said this is an obnoxious law, and the sooner we get rid of it, the better. As you know, the biggest victims of the sedition law under the British were Nehru, Mahatma Gandhi, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Annie Besant, Bhagat Singh. Yeah, Bhagat Singh was the Kanhaiya Kumar of his time. There is an idea of India that says India is a land of everyone, of every group, every religious element, every linguistic element, every ethnicity that has come and over the millennia of our civilization's history has contributed to writing the story of India, the story of the civilization of our country. That idea of India gives everyone the same equal rights to stand up, to criticize the government, to vote for the government, to be in the government. Everyone has the same rights. But there is another idea of India that our present ruling party is trying to promote in the name of nationalism. And this is a much more narrow idea of India. It is a doctrine that suggests that we can be a nation of one religion, one ethnicity, one language, one discourse.
Shame.
Hindi, Hindu, Hindustan. Now we can be proud of all of those three things, but we can also say India is not just those three things. There is a lot more to India. And because we want to see this broader idea of India embraced in our country, we want an India which has room for both Krishna Kanhaiya and Kanhaiya Kumar. We want an India which will allow people from every corner of this vast land an equal stake in our future.